Hello and welcome to Art and Soul. I am Craig O'Neill of THV11 with this official welcome to what I am told is the 17th edition of Art and Soul. This one is making history because of COVID-19. We're all separated, doing this virtually, and yet the most unusual thing, even though we're not with each other, we are with each other in spirit. We're all together with one cause, one celebration of creativity at one of the most creative places in Central Arkansas, Easterseals, Arkansas. Tonight, we're bringing you art from local artists and ART, the program at Easterseals, which you'll hear about coming up a little bit later, and the incredible Art Abilities class at Easterseals. You'll want to take one of these home and treasure it for the rest of your life. And every time you look at it every day, you realize how you joined Easterseals in this creative project. Which brings us to this. How do you bid? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is so simple. Just go to www.artandsoul.givesmart.com. Every piece you see tonight is available by bidding at that one location, www.artandsoul.givesmart.com. The universal way to bring Easterseals home to you. You know, tonight would not have been possible without our Art and Soul committees, and especially our event sponsors. We thank you so much. Our committees have done such a great job at putting this together. We want to recognize them, and they're led by our Art and Soul chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, would you meet and welcome Emily Cobb.
My name is Emily Cobb, and I'm this year's chair for Art and Soul. I have been on this committee for at least 7 years, I think. My art for sure has been involved for 7 years. I'm super proud to be a part of this event and involved with this organization. I'm really happy and proud and honored to be a part of this event and to be a volunteer for this organization because I know the impact that they make on so many different families and individuals in our community. So the money that we raise from this event helps support the programs that Easterseals does, including the ART program. The ART program, number one, is super cool because it allows all of the different Easterseals clients that choose to participate in art. It gives them an opportunity to express themselves and have that chance to make art. And art, in my opinion, is one of the best forms of free therapy there is. I hope that you'll go online and bid on all the wonderful pieces for this year's event.
We would also like to recognize all of our committee members. Thank you for your time, for your commitment to creating an evening that showcases so many talented artists. And a very special thank you to our event sponsors, our Picasso presenting sponsor, Friends of Easterseals. Our Monet sponsor, iProd, who has helped us bring this event to you live tonight. Our O'Keefe sponsors, Unity, Snell Prosthetic and Orthotic, Pleasant Ridge Town Center, and Dillard's. And we would also like to thank our Degas sponsors and corporate partners. Your ongoing support ensures that the art programs and other Easterseals services will continue to be available for Arkansas families. Bless you. You know, a lot of the programs you've seen or that we talk about at Easterseals would not be possible without our direct support professionals who join with volunteers at Easterseals to work with children and adults with developmental disabilities, and they do this every day. They do this because they love it. They do this because they see progress. They do this to impact our families who are associated with Easterseals.
My name is Jansen. I am a direct support professional here at Easterseals from the preschool department. A DSP is someone that supports the classroom setting, that helps the teacher in all aspects, from learning how to potty to learning the basics of letters, and it's so fulfilling to do those things because you're taking the kid to a journey. And my job is to keep that going, keep that excitement of learning.
Hi, my name is Rosemary, and I'm a dietary aide cook at Easterseals. Well, I moved here from Texarkana, and I worked at, it's a funny story, I worked at a prison. I had to be mean sometimes. I just wanted to smile again. I came up here to be with my grandchildren. My job starts at 5:30 a.m. I get here most mornings around 5:15. We serve them breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 3 snacks. You know, food makes everybody happy, right? It's just fun watching their faces glow when they come through the line. There are so many opportunities here, like therapy, cooks, dietary aides, teachers assistants.
My name is Tammy, and I've been in the education department as a teaching assistant for 23 years. When we first come in the classroom, we have to make sure everything is set up for the day, and we have like morning circle time for the start of the day, just kind of learning about the days of the week and the month. And later on, we have like our basic snack time, and then after then, we have like reading group, and that can be like in the form of somebody reading. A lot of our kids love to be read to. Sometimes we have online stories for children, some children like that. I think what I love most about it is that people sometimes they don't really get that the kids are just like any other kids. Like, you know, they tend to think if you have a special need or something, you're different. I'm always like, no, they're not. You know, to me, they're no different than anybody who doesn't have a special need.
My name is Kara, and I am a direct support professional at Easterseals, Arkansas. Well, the center that I'm at, I work with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And so we usually start our day off with working on our daily living skills. That can be arranged from doing laundry to learning to heat something up in the microwave. What attracted me to come work for Easterseals, Arkansas was the fact that they truly make a difference in other people's lives, and I wanted to be a part of an organization that represents that. It is very nice to know that you are making a difference in someone else's life. You have to be social, upbeat, and positive, and be willing to move and be flexible at any given time.
The key word is patience. You have to have a level of extreme patience with these students that we have here. They have so much that they have to do every day, and so you have to take it slow, and sometimes you have to take it fast. You have to really understand the individual where they're at and really guide them in the way they should go.
I just have grown to really love what I do, and it's really not a hard job. This job is very self-gratifying if you find yourself loving what you do. This is benefiting the parents because parents are able to get therapy for their children here. They're able to have their children stay here. They don't have, you know, adequate care at home for them. They're able to, you know, still maintain a life outside of here, yet their child is being well taken care of. That means a lot.
Being a parent, it is such a rewarding experience to have your child to not just have a teacher that loves them, but have therapists that love them and DSPs that love them. And I think the culture that we have here at Easterseals is the love and the care. And they want to see the people succeed in their community.
Well, tonight's Art and Soul is actually centered around Easterseals, Arkansas's Artistic Realization Technology Program. This allows our clients with little use of their hands to get involved with the creative process and come up with something magnificent. And I could go on and on about the ART program, but better for you to hear for yourself from the trackers.
The Artistic Realization Technology Program is about getting the students to come in and be creative and be able to create a piece of art which they have total control over from start to finish.
It's a volunteer base, so anyone can come into the program. What I do is track for the artist who is our non-ambulatory client. As long as I can establish a yes and a no with them, they can use my hands to create any piece of art that they can get out of their head.
So as a tracker working with the students, we start off the session where the student gets to choose the size, which way around the painting's going, which instruments they're going to use, the colours, and then there are a couple of different techniques. One where I work with a laser, where the laser is placed on the student's head and they get to point the laser to wherever they would like me to put the paint. The other way is a yes and no answers, higher, lower. We just kind of work along the paintings as we go. It's a lot of fun.
It's quite fascinating. The first client I had took her 2 hours to put 8 marks on a canvas. And it was so exhilarating, and her mom was so excited. Her mother teared up and cried.
The artists all have their own style. As most artists do, you could actually walk into the room and pick out a painting and name who has actually done this painting. One of our artists, she loves glitter, so everything sparkles when she paints.
And that's what's so much fun about it. I had one client that was laughing because she realized that I had to do anything she wanted me to do because she was using my hands. I'm just a tracker. And I spent the entire session throwing paint on the ceiling and the floor because that's where she wanted it. She was using the laser and the canvas was in front of her, but she'd look up and then she'd look down. And I would say, "Is that where you want the paint?" And she would say yes. And so I'd be like, and just flip it up on the ceiling, and she would just laugh. She thought it was the best thing in the world. But it's because it was her decision. That's where she wanted it. She didn't care if it was on the canvas. It was an expression for her she couldn't give in a day-to-day lifestyle.
I feel like I've made friends since I've worked here. I love coming in. There's usually a line of chairs waiting outside the door for me. We have great banter, I don't know if you use that word, but they all want to know about the Queen and what's happening in Downton Abbey, as if I know all the characters, and of course I pretend I do. So no, we have a lot of fun.
This is my family. I don't have family here. And I've been through death, and I've been through excitement, with these people, you know.
So volunteering to me is extremely important, otherwise these students wouldn't have the opportunities they're having to create such wonderful art pieces.
This program for me is especially fascinating because these are people in our society that we overlook so many times. They have things to offer, and for some reason, who are we to think that they don't have something to offer? So with this program, it's just amazing what good comes out of it emotionally, what they're able to accomplish as individuals, as a whole individual, personally and professionally, because they get to sell these paintings. And it gives them that extra feeling of a job well done. 90% of this population will never experience a job well done, but this particular program allows that. It allows them to feel proud.
Man, the trackers, again, remember, they're volunteer. Their guiding hands and hearts allow our Easterseals clients to create. We can't thank them enough. Amazing. Also, we can't thank the professional artists and full-time artists who have provided us with their masterpieces for Art and Soul tonight. Remember, you can bid www.artandsoul.givesmart.com. And thank you. As you can tell by the amazing art showcased on the artandsoul.givesmart.com website, Easterseals Arkansas offers wonderful art programs that help these special people with developmental disabilities bring their ideas and creativity to life. It is an amazing program that has impacted so many lives, and we have a perfect example of what we're talking about. Our featured artist tonight, Clayton.
All right, Clayton, you want to tell me when? Okay, right there. Do you want anything from here? Like that? Yes?
After he went through public school in Cabot, and after he graduated, we started looking for services. When you're in school, you get interaction, you know, social interaction. But once he graduated, he became more isolated. So we started looking for those types of services. He loves that interaction at Easterseals. He loves all the activities that they have.
He likes to watch me mix up the paint, make sure I'm doing it right. Good?
Over the last 3 years, Clayton's been involved in the art program at Easterseals. It's done a lot for him. We can tell it when he comes home. He's got a sense of pride and accomplishment.
I think it's an outlet for him. He's very creative, he's very funny, and I think that that's just a process, that is a process that he can do that. He has physical issues, and so to be able to paint, kind of gives him an outlet.
From day one, Miss Susan met him with open arms. When we rolled in there, she grabbed him, pulled him up, and they had paint everywhere, and she said she didn't care. He's got paint on the wheels of his chair. They covered him up and turned him loose, and his eyes lit up when he walked in that place, and she greeted him, and they've been buddies ever since.
A little bit lighter. There we go. Cool. Good one. Same thing over each one. Yes, okay. Wow, this is blowing my mind. It's crazy. One of my favorite things about Clayton is that he is a true artist, and he can't use his hand, but his mind's perfectly normal, and he knows exactly what he wants to paint. And I posted some of his paintings that I painted for him on Facebook, and everybody was wanting to know, where's Clayton show his work? We want to buy these. And it made me feel good because I didn't do anything. He did all the thinking, and I was just his hands. You want to over each one here? Yes? Ooh, I might have to bid on this one. I like this one. It's been a lot of fun for me working with Clayton, knowing that he's the featured artist. And I can really see that he's working really hard on these pieces for Art and Soul, and I'm excited to see how much they're going to go for.
It means a lot to him that they chose him to recognize that his artwork, and I think it means a lot to him to do something for Easterseals, to give back.
Fascinating. What a story of Clayton and how he put these works together. And he's kind of an illustration of the full circle effect of art, how making the art enriches a person's life. But then when you buy the art, you bring that enrichment home and your life is enriched, which is another reason they go to www.artandsoul.givesmart.com. And when you bid, your donation enables Easterseals to provide exceptional services to children and adults with disabilities like Clayton, so that they may live, learn, work, and play in their communities. So be sure to go to GiveSmart right now and bid on your favorites. Our goal tonight is to raise $15,000, and I know we can do it. I mean, look at the art. Unique. You won't find it anywhere else. Priceless value. Easterseals Arkansas relies on the community to provide the funding for our developmental preschools, our therapy, so many other programs, including the art that we talk about tonight at Easterseals. And you know, Easterseals represents a 75-year legacy of service to Arkansas families. All the money raised tonight stays right in Arkansas. And on the business side, it is 100% tax deductible for this year. But know that when you buy a piece of art, well, it's an everlasting gift. You know, in a lot of ways, your bidding tonight is a declaration of independence, because that's what Easterseals is all about, making sure the lives of the children and adults at Easterseals are independent lives, that they can live on their own. That is the goal of Easterseals. And when you bid, you're adding to that effort, and we thank you so much. But remember, bidding closes at 8 p.m. So bid often, and we'll announce who gets what at the end of the bidding. Oh, I almost forgot. There's also a raffle. Sissy's Log Cabin has given us a beautiful diamond pendant necklace valued at over $900 from Sissy's Diamond Collection. Buy a raffle ticket and give yourself some bling all at the same time. We've turned this into art and soul and bling thanks to Sissy's Log Cabin. Take a closer look and imagine how the stories of those artists came to be depicted on these canvases. And the beautiful thing is when you go to www.artandsoul.givesmart.com, your story mingles with their story on this canvas. Surely you've got a wall at home that could be brightened up with one of these phenomenal works of art that you see on our walls. You know, it's not like me to be pushy. I like to be subtle. But we're nearing the end of tonight's program. If you haven't bid yet, or if it's been a while, remember it closes at 8 o'clock. So get in there and bid right now at www.artandsoul.givesmart.com, knowing that you have helped out Easterseals with all of the programs that expand the universe for our children and adults. They see possibilities that never knew existed because you bid. Now, when we come back at 8, we'll tell you who the big items were, what the big items were that got the bids. Plus, we'll tell you who won the raffle and tell you how much money we raised and what you've done tonight. Thank you for watching. And next year, we'll all get together and have an even bigger time.